Welcome back. Welcome back. As promised, we are talking through Audacity to Duel today. So, this is part two of my three-part series that I promised you all for this week. I am so excited to dig into this part of Audacity. I talk about Audacity to Thrive, which is my proprietary coaching program and my signature system that I use to get female leaders from where they are to where they desire to be. But today we're going to be talking about the Audacity to Duel. For those of you all who don't know me, welcome. I'm Rashida Hatchett. I am a leadership expert and I coach female leaders to expand and let in more joy and abundance in their lives through the power of whole life leadership. So let's dig in. So let's talk about the Audacity to Duel. And I know that probably sounds funny to some of y'all. What is that? What is Audacity to Duel? The Audacity to Duel is exactly what I do. So some of you all know I am a nurse by trade. I still work as a nurse in a couple of different capacities, but I also own a business. And one of the things that was really challenging for me was when I decided that I was going to take another nursing job and run my business at the same time. There was all of this chatter, there was all of this stuff, there's all these things that came up around, do I really have the audacity to duel? Can I do both? And will I allow myself to do both and to let the noise be just that and let it be noise? So a lot of the women that I coach are in my same situation. And that's one of the cool things about being a female coach is that often you find that you have some really beautiful synergy with the people that you're coaching with. And one of the things that they usually have in common with me is that they are killing it in the workforce. They are in their career, they're thriving, they know that thing backwards and forwards. They are making their companies hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. They're saving their companies money because they are such amazing leaders and their teams want to stay with them because of the way that they lead and the way that they show up. But one of the things that's coming up for them is their legacy. They feel like their legacy's on the line, like there's something that has been gnawing at you, something that has been calling you, something that you are deeply passionate about, something that sets your soul on fire and it's keeping you awake at night. It's something that you want to do, but you're not really sure how. You're not sure how you come out of the 9 to 5. If you come out of the 9 to 5, all you hear is that you got to pick one thing and stick with it. And what you find when you hear that is that that doesn't really resonate with you. You want to be able to have the choice to do both. And so I want to talk about audacity to duel today because it comes up so very often and it's something that people are really afraid of. It's kind of taboo in the entrepreneurship world to talk about having a 9 to 5 job. People keep it quiet. They don't want to talk too much about it because it feels like it could be like you failed at being an entrepreneur, which is why you have a job. But a lot of people are using their full-time job to fund their dream, and that's okay. Here's what I want you to know. Is when you've got this passion on the inside of you, when you have this thing that's burning inside of you that you feel like you have to do, whether it's get on stages and tell your story, write a book, open a boutique, keep making the candles that you make for everybody for free for their birthday and Christmas and holidays. You want to turn that into a business. Whatever your talent, your gift, your ability is, whatever that thing that God put on the inside of you is that you are like, I have to share this with the world. It is burning in me. You can do both. You can have the audacity to duel, doing it afraid for some of us, right? Most people who dig into their passion, they're not exactly sure how it's going to go. They don't know right off the bat. But what they do that helps to propel them forward is they make a decision that they're going to walk in their purpose, that they're going to walk in their calling, that thing that keeps coming up, that thing that people ask you about that's like, hey, when are you going to start that thing? When are you going to start that podcast? Your voice matters. You got something to say. When are you going to write that book? When are you going to start taking your photography hobby and turning it into a business? Because people really should be paying you for the beautiful work that you do. There's value in it. And you start hearing from people consistently. You've been hearing it for years. You're wondering, how do I do it? Make a decision that now is the time. Take that first step. Have the audacity to duel, the audacity to say, I can do both, and it's okay to do both. I don't have to pick one. I'm a multifaceted woman. I can do multiple things at the same time. Sometimes I hear women say that they're super confident in what they do in their career. They know that backwards and forwards. But when it comes to this business, when it comes to this thing that they do on the side, this thing that they do that they love, it sets their soul on fire. They could do it every day, even if no one paid them. They're often giving it away for free. They're like, I don't know if I'm confident enough to do that. I've mastered this thing over here, but I don't know if I'm confident enough to do the other thing. I don't know that world the same way. And I tell those women, jump into my camp. Let's talk about what it looks like to have the audacity to duel. Get in a container with women that this is what they do. They have the audacity to duel. They are running after their dream. They are moving forward on that thing that sets their soul on fire. And they're in a place where they're working a 9 to 5. So, for those of you all who are ready and you're like, you know what? I think I want to get into the camp. I think I'm ready to look at what it looks like to have the audacity to duel. I want to step my foot in there. I want to be with like-minded women who that's what they're doing. They have the audacity to duel. They have some passion on the inside of them. I want to be in a container with those women. I encourage you to join me June 1st at 6 p.m. We are going to be talking about everything that's going down, all the juicy details that are going to be going down at the Audacious Woman Retreat. The Audacious Woman Retreat is happening October 11th through the 15th in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Get in there. You don't want to miss it. If you are a woman who is looking to have the audacity to duel, this is where you want to be. We are going to be digging in and doing some transformational work in a luxury mansion. So I cannot wait for you all to hear more about it. Join me. You can see it going across the ticker at the bottom. Join me June 1st at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to dig into all the juicy details. So back to having that audacity to duel and what that looks like for you. So many of the women that I've worked with have said, I wouldn't have been able to do this had you not pushed me in this direction. Or I was thinking about doing this other thing that was really playing it safe. And now I'm ready to step out and do this big, bold thing that I had really been stewing over, right? That's something that's really been on my heart. And what shows up for them after the transformation, after they make this decision and say, this is what I'm doing, is so beautiful. Because they're really allowing more joy and abundance into their life. They're putting themselves in position to win, but also to leave that legacy behind that all of us are so longing to leave. One of my coaches says, what are you going to do with your dash? At the end of it all, we all have to leave here. None of us are going to get out of here alive. That's true. What are you going to do with your dash? On that headstone is going to be the year you were born, the day, and then there'll be a dash, and then it'll be the day that you leave. What will your dash mean? What legacy will you leave behind? What would you leave behind for the next generation so that your grandchildren and great grandchildren and great 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 grandchildren knew that you were here? What will they pass down that was yours? That's the thing, that gift, that talent, that thing that rings on the inside of you, that thing that keeps you up at night and you're like, oh, I just love this. I remember when I was a little girl, my mom used to sew at nighttime. She loved it. It was the thing that set her soul on fire. She loved creating new pieces of clothing. She loved thinking up ideas and using her two hands and what was in her mind, what she could visualize to create something beautiful. Now, I never saw my mom stay up late at night and do anything else, but she would stay up late and she would sew. Not because she had orders. These were things that she would make just because she would get an idea and she's like, I'm going to the sewing machine. How many of you all get ideas and you have to write them down? You're putting your ideas somewhere. I want you to put in the chat if you're putting your ideas somewhere. You got a little book, you got a pamphlet, you've got something in your bedside drawer that has what you want to do in it. You've got recipes in there. That thing that's pulling at you. You get to decide to let it out. You get to decide that you are going to have the audacity to duel. You're not going to bottle it up any longer. You're not going to keep just giving it away for free because it's the safe thing to do. But you are going to have the audacity to duel, to do both things. Last night, we talked about having the audacity to trust, right? The audacity to trust those crazy ideas, trust yourself, trust that the people around you will cheerlead you forward. Now you're going to take that trust in yourself, in your idea, and you're going to bring it to life. You're going to bring it to life because you have the audacity to do. If you know that it's time and you're ready to get in a place where you are going to get the transformation and the clarity to be able to have the audacity to trust, to have the audacity to duel. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the audacity to thrive. If you know that that's what you need, meet me June 1st, 6 p.m. right here on Facebook. You can click the link. It's going across the ticker. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you all so that you can go in and register to hear all the juicy details about the Audacious Woman Retreat. I have so much goodness in store for you. If you are a female leader and you are looking to expand and add more joy and abundance in your life, you are ready to make yourself a non-negotiable, to take your cape off, and to thrive. You want to be at this retreat. Meet me October 11th through the 15th in beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida. We are going to have a time. It will be days of pouring into you so that your cup is full, but it will also be time where you are going to get to plan out the vision that you have for your life. We are going to dig into every aspect of your life to plan out that vision and to get you moving towards your goal so that you can look up next year and say, I cannot believe where I came from. One of my coaches says, you look up and your life is barely recognizable. I can tell you it's true because it happened to me. When I had the audacity to thrive, when I decided that now was the time, the entire world opened up to me and the possibilities became endless. That can happen for you too. It is your time. Now is your time. Meet me June 1st. Let's talk about the Audacious Woman Retreat and let's get you there. And if you already know that you need to be there and you don't need to wait until June 1st, you know you are ready today, DM me. I'll send you the link. You can go in and pay your deposit and come on in and join us October 11th through the 15th for the Audacious Woman Retreat. Until tomorrow, I will see you all later. But remember this, I love you and have the audacity to thrive. Bye.